Morning everybody, Chris from Beresford's Accountants. Quite rightly so, I've had a number of clients contact me, worried, distressed, some of them around their business, for themselves, for their employees. So I thought I'd do a quick video just so people could understand what the interventions are that the government have introduced for small businesses. So you've probably heard the term furloughed workers. Now, it's not a legal term, it's basically anybody that would in ordinary circumstances be laid off due to the predicament that the business is in. So a good example would be a chef in a restaurant who can't work at the moment. He can be furloughed, so he will be able to receive 80% of his net salary, or his salary, for staying at home, and will be available to the business again. So it's retaining those staff again once this terrible period has come to an end. What do you need to do? You need to notify the employee because you're changing the terms of their contract. You also need to notify, or your payroll provider needs to notify HMRC to be able to receive this entitlement. You can defer VAT payments, so any payments that were due from 21st of March to the 30th of June, they can be deferred. Again, you don't have to do anything to get that, that's just given to you. Similarly with payments on account for individuals that were due by 31st of July, these have been deferred until 31st of January 2021. Again, you don't need to do anything, this is just given to you. Clients specifically within the retail, hospitality and leisure sectors, of which I have quite a few within my client portfolio, so gyms, pubs, clubs, restaurants, etc. You're going to get a rates holiday for 2021, which is great. No action needed. The local authority will contact you directly on that. Cash grants of up to £25,000 for businesses. This looks at the rateable value, so any business with a rateable value up to £15,000 will get a £10,000 cash grant. Any business with a rateable value between £15,001 and £51,000 will get a £25,000 cash grant. The local authority again will contact you on this, although no detail of time span has been released. The government are also looking at implementing a rates holiday for nursery schools, so those who are obviously looking after children still, for key workers, etc. A rates holiday for 2021. Again, no action will be needed and local authorities will deal directly with that. Businesses with no business rates is an interesting one. So where you get small business rate relief, you don't pay business rates, or you get rural rate relief, you'll get a £10,000 one-off grant. The caveat here is that you need to actually have a premises. So I spoke with a builder client this morning, for example, who has a cabin at the end of his garden, which is his office, and he has a couple of lockups which he rents and stores some materials, a bit of small plant. Does he qualify? Now, he has a business, he employs several people, so he will be able to get the government grant for wages. But in terms of his hire purchase agreements for some plant and his trucks and stuff like that, how is he going to get help for that? So the cash grant would be great, but he doesn't have a premises, or we're waiting for the detail, or will his lockups constitute a premises? We don't actually know. What he will have access to though is the coronavirus business interruption loan scheme, which is a loan scheme which has been backed by the government to provide lenders with an 80% guarantee effectively on those loans. There are 40 lenders within this pot of lenders, and you can see them if you go onto the British Business Bank website. You can see the lenders. What they have said though is it would be good if you could get a business plan in place to present to these lenders. They're not just going to be handing out money willy-nilly to all and sundry. You will need to have a valid business plan in place. So get hold of your advisor, or if you're capable to do something yourself, then get something in place. You'll then, when it does go live, you'll be in position A then to start applying for these loans. So it's a torrid time. It's a torrid time for my clients, and business in general, and no one really knows what's going to happen. But all I can say is, take advantage of these measures that the government have put in place, and try and diversify where you can. Take out where restaurants doing take out food, taxi drivers maybe could venture into delivery driving, or it's a case of trying to think outside the box to mitigate as much of the impact as possible during this absolutely awful time. I did put a post on the Facebook group earlier on in the week. I'm available. I'm happy to make my diary available to both clients and non-clients if they've got specific questions or concerns. During this time, I think it's the least I can do. So if you want to get in contact, please do. And that's it. So everybody stay safe, work at home where you can, and abide by the government directives as much as possible. And I'll be releasing more, or we as a firm will be releasing more details as things progress. Thank you.